guys today. Two clients, one house. As the agent, what do you do? So I had two clients this past weekend going after the same house. And I just wanted to let you know this tends to happen, especially when you got multiple buyers. Their price ranges are similar. The housing supply, the inventory is really low. So it's a good chance that you can have buyers looking at the same house. So what do you do as the agent in that situation? Well, number one, you encourage each buyer to put their best foot forward. You don't share details with one buyer to another buyer or what they're putting in, but you just encourage them to put their best foot forward, make as strong as an offer as they can. A lot of times each buyer will have their own scenario. Different things might be different with one buyer compared to the other buyer. In this particular situation, it was interesting though, because like I said, I had the two buyers. One was technically a cash buyer. They were going through Home Partners, and if you're unaware what Home Partners is, it's a rent-to-own program. But they will buy a home outright cash and give the buyer, lease it back out with the option to buy with the buyer, and they'll give them a price to purchase this home in year one, what their rent is going to be in year one. They'll have a purchase price of what the purchase price would be in year two, as well as what the rent price will be in year two. And they'll go on and so on for up to a period of about 5 years. But Home Partners is a great program that I've used with many buyers, especially the ones who want to buy but maybe are not quite there or want to test drive a neighborhood before they actually commit to owning a home. So that was the situation I had with one buyer. The other buyer was a conventional loan, substantial down payment, decent credit. So I relayed both of those things to the sellers. I had them craft their own offers. They were, to a certain degree, they were competing with one another, whether they knew it or not. But at the end of the day, the seller ended up with over 30 offers, and unfortunately, both my buyers ended up striking out. The dilemma I ran into was that one of my buyers genuinely almost had it. Well, actually, both my buyers genuinely almost had it. I went back and forth because as an agent, one of the things I always do is I try to make contact with the listing agent. You never know what they can tell you. The little insy-teensy little bit of detail sometimes can make the difference in whether you win or lose a home. So I was able to find out to a certain degree what the seller was looking for, what they were concerned about. So what they were concerned about was what the house was going to appraise for. We had a house that was listed at $270. I looked at the comps. I thought the comps could be around $315 to maybe $320-ish. And I thought, based on the home looking beautiful, that this is where the house was probably going to end up at. My cash offer, I don't dictate. I can make a recommendation to Home Partners, but they will crunch their own numbers and spit out their own offer at the end of the day. The offer I ended up getting with them was $305. The offer I ended up going with my conventional client was $320. They were interested in my conventional client, but they were nervous about their appraisal. We offered an appraisal gap of $5K, but they were still nervous about them. With my cash client, we offered $305. That would have been a quick close. What ended up happening was they actually sent a counter offer back on my cash buyer client with Home Partners. But the thing about Home Partners is it's not like the typical buyer. Like the typical buyer, I can send, if I get a counter offer back, I can send it over and get it back in 5 and 10 minutes. We'd be ratified and good. In this particular scenario, I sent it back to Home Partners, that counter offer, and we're talking about minor details. We're talking about changing the closing date from being like May 17th to making it May 30th. So just maybe a 10-day extra time for the seller to prepare their moving process. Of course, that was fine with the tenant and future home buyer, but it took Home Partners a few hours to actually get me those initials back. So in that time period, we got undercut, and next thing you know, the seller chose neither of my two clients, which kind of sucks as being a realtor. But that's the day in the life of real estate. So just wanted to let you guys know, what do you do when you have two buyers going for one house? You tell them both to put their best foot forward, and hopefully you make something happen. And that was just my time for you guys. If you have any other real estate questions, please reach out to me. Like, comment, and subscribe. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook. DevonSalesRE@gmail.com is my email. Any real estate related questions you have, I'm here to help you guys. Thanks.